So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Third and 5. Now Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down. Throwing, Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And this one is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Herbert going to change the look.
They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Herbert now. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Eckler now between the tackles, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Eckler's long been one of the most underrated players in the NFL, but he's now starting to get his due. 915 yards, a career best last season, with 13 touchdowns on the ground.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Mekhi Blackman's got it, and the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Here's Madison running on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Cousins. Dancing to his left.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Cousins to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.